Hey team, so today we're going to talk about coaches and what makes a good coach. So whether that be yoga, fitness, or some other form of movement, you have already inside of your mind an idea of what a good coach is. And you might say something to your friends or your family like, I have a tough coach. I have an intelligent coach. I have a intuitive coach. I have a badass coach, right? I have a beast of a coach. So you have all these ways of describing what a coach is. And what's interesting, it's as if in your mind you already do have this concept of what they should be doing for you, because the role of the coach isn't really a personal one. It's more of an archetypal one, meaning that they are there to serve a particular role or function for you, which is why you view them a particular way, and you do this implicitly. You assign common tropes to them, and a trope is something like something that is used so often that it's instantly recognizable. So, for example, if you were to watch a slasher film like Scream, in that movie there would be a slasher person with a knife chasing somebody. If you were to watch a action movie that had to do with assassins, there would be a badass assassin that is really good at doing X, Y, and Z. So there's all kinds of tropes that you can recognize instantly when you watch a movie. And since we're on the subject of movies, let's talk about the trope of a coach, because again, in your mind, you already have this idea. It's as if it's ingrained in you without you even having to learn it. And it's just represented back to you when you watch a movie. So for example, if you were to watch a sports movie or any movie that is related to being on a team, or even maybe solo endeavors like gymnastics, take a Peaceful Warrior, for example. So in the movie, you have a good coach. So the good coach is somebody who sees the potential in somebody and they're able to bring it out of them. They're able to almost evoke this potential out of them, meaning like they are able to eliminate their self-doubt, their negative talk, all the reasons why they can't do something. Instead, they're able to see what they can do and they're able to bring that out to the best of their abilities. And as a result, this turns them into a better player. And it's a metaphor for obviously doing what you can on the field, but also in life. Because once someone is able to kind of bring that out of you, then all of a sudden you become self-reliant, you become empowered, because now you know that all of the chatter in your mind were just illusions, so to speak. That if you really were to focus and give something your all, that 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be pretty successful if you just learn to get out of your own way. So that would be the idea of a good coach, somebody who can bring those attributes out, and they're doing it, for lack of a better word, and I don't know if I'm making this up, but I think I might be, allocentric, meaning it is not focused on their ego. They don't have an agenda, they don't have anything other than they want you to do your best. So that is a good coach. That's a good coach trope, and you've seen this countless times in movies. And a bad coach, on the other hand, is somebody who has an agenda, meaning like they will take you and they will do what it takes, not in your best interest, but in their best interest, meaning like their focus on winning, their focus on having a championship team, their focus on getting all this recognition perhaps from their coaching style, means that your inner qualities that will propel you to being not only a better player, but just a better person, something like determination, gratitude, cooperation with others, gets pushed to the side and it gets replaced by any means. And by any means it can be cheating, it could be maybe viewing questions as signs of weakness, maybe a form of tyranny, maybe making an environment where your teammates or your family members get pushed to the side and the only thing that matters is winning. So that would be the trope of a bad coach. So that's kind of how you determine who a good coach and a bad coach is. And it's not that, obviously in a pop culture movie, it's these qualities or attitudes and behaviors that you see represented on film are magnified. But if you go talk to, just talk to like 5 personal trainers and you just ask them some questions, I mean, you'll get an idea of where their mindset is when it comes to training somebody, what it is that they're focused on, what questions they ask you, how, what the outcome for you should be. And you'll discover pretty quickly whether or not, if you're using this idea of a good coach, of being somebody who is looking for your inner qualities and for you to be self-reliant and for you to figure it out, and they will help guide you to the best of their ability because they see that in you and they believe in you, than somebody who is just like, all right, if I can make this person do X, Y, and Z, that makes me a good coach. So that's where you can start to at least have an idea of a good coach and a bad coach. And obviously, everything is a mix. There's actually a really good, if you like, watching series on Netflix, there's really good Cobra Kai. Actually, they do this really well because they play with the idea of these tropes. Like they'll make the bad coach all of a sudden like do a U-turn or see the error of their ways and do something else, or they'll take the supposedly good coach who thinks they're really altruistic, but they're actually holding their students back. And that's it's actually a really good series because it does play with these tropes, and that's why people, I think, really enjoy the Cobra Kai series, because it does take what you think a trope should be, and then it's like, but wait a minute, it's a mix. So yeah, hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please send a message. I am now offering virtual personal training or in-person personal training if you happen to live in Miami. And as always, check out our website. It's vibeyogaandfitness.com. Get your free 7-day trial. Very thorough classes, very contemporary, a mix-up of everything: yoga, Pilates, kettlebells, body weight, all the things that we love to do. All right, talk to everybody a little bit later. Bye.